and welcome to Friday. Welcome to a weekend vlog. Welcome to a cloudy day in Arizona. I'm so happy. We all know I love myself a cloudy day. I have done my yoga this morning. That was really nice. I did my journaling. I've now got a big cup of decaf coffee and some food, and I'm just watching a YouTube video while I wait for Tamsin to be free. We're going to FaceTime. We haven't had a proper catch up in I don't know how long. I just got a text from Tamsin saying she's ready, so I'm gonna go and I will check with you guys later. Okay, it's 5:30, as I knew would happen. Tamsin and I ended up talking for over 4 hours. Yeah, we just had a lot to catch up on personally, and then also had a lot to chat about as far as like YouTube and the book and just lots of stuff. And I'm always tired by Fridays. So like, I'd done my yoga this morning, I'd done my journaling, I'd done all that before talking to Tamsin, but I was still just tired by the time I finished talking to her. So I've tried to edit. I'm almost through chapter 8, but that was very ambitious of me to think I could get 3 chapters edited this afternoon after talking to Tamsin. That's not gonna happen, and that's fine. I'll probably do some editing over the weekend, and yeah, it'll all be okay. I think my brain is shutting down. It still feels early, but it is 5:30. So I'm gonna do my journal questions for the evening, because I've been trying to do those. I've been trying to do this journal while I'm at the desk. So before I start working, I answer the morning questions, and after I stop working, I do the evening questions. So I'm gonna do those really quick, and then I'm just gonna go sit down and probably watch some YouTube until I feel like making dinner. It's been a long week. It's been a good week. But yeah, I feel like the time I would have spent editing, I ended up spending talking to Tamsin, which was totally worth it. I'm almost done with chapter 8. I just got to a point at the end of that chapter where I know I'm gonna want to add a couple bits, and I would like to do that when I am thinking clearly and not when I can hardly think straight. I will edit when I edit. I got into a bit of a sidetrack. I kind of wasted about, I guess it was only about 10 minutes, but it just always does my brain in. I saw someone in one of those Facebook groups, and I know I'm trying to like detox from these groups, but I saw someone, one of the posts was about like sharing little quirks and mistakes that we make, I think intending to like make us feel better about things, because the person who started off the post was talking about how they can never remember what needs to be hyphenated, what's a compound word, things like that, which is something I do. I'm always Googling, is such and such word one word or two, or is such and such hyphenated or not. But one of the things someone put in the comments was that they used to make mistakes with ellipses, dot, dot, dot. And I'm like, is there like a specific rule for using an ellipsis? And so I looked it up, and in all of the fiction I have read, I'm now going to be like paying attention to it this weekend in the book that I'm reading this weekend, and then whatever I read next. I might also grab some different books, like from different genres and different publishers, and just like flip through them while I'm watching TV. Because when I looked up the rules for how to format an ellipsis, I've never seen them formatted that way. Where like they were saying you'd have a space and then 3 dots with no spaces in between, and then another space. And then it was also saying you should include, if the ellipsis comes at the end of a sentence, you should include the punctuation. So if it would be a period at the end of the sentence, a full stop, then you'd have the full stop there, the period. If it's a question mark, you'd have the 3 dots and then a question mark. And I'm like, I've never seen an ellipsis that I can remember. I've never seen an ellipsis at the end of a sentence with a 4th dot for the period. So it just has bent my brain a little bit. And I feel like this is something that I'm running into quite a bit as I'm getting further into self-publishing. Like, I come from a rhetoric background, so I care more about what you are saying than I care about the technical and grammatical way that you are saying it. So grammar is not my main focus. And so I do have to be very mindful of grammar as I'm writing, because some readers are grammar police, and they will, you know, they will call you out on that if they think your grammar isn't correct. And I'm really having to try to figure out how much I want to care about grammar in order to make sure that my books are meeting a certain standard, and how, like, at what point do I just stop making myself crazy over if my ellipses are formatted correctly, or if something is hyphenated properly, or whatever. Because I feel, my instinct is the majority of readers don't know grammar that well themselves. So unless it's making your writing unclear, they're less likely to pick up on really technical mistakes. So like, I'm not about to change how I format my ellipses anytime soon. I feel like I've never seen this rule before, and I've never seen them formatted in this way before, because I typically look at other books to see how things are formatted and to see how things are done so that I'm meeting that standard. So yeah, it just was another one of those days where something like that just pops up, and I go off on this tangent of like researching and Googling how to do this, how to format this. Is this 1 word or 2? What's the rule or the convention for this particular thing? And it's mind-blowing sometimes. It really, really is. Do readers really care? Beyond that small minority of grammar police, does the average reader care if I have, like, if I have a space and then my 3 dots and then another space before the rest of the sentence or whatever? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And I'm tired of thinking about it. So yeah, let me know. Like, I'd be really curious. If I can remember, I'll repeat this question at the end, because this could be our question of the vlog. Like, how important is grammar to you in a novel? Like, if there's a little inconsistency or just something that isn't technically correct, but it doesn't impact the readability of something. Like, I'm not talking about legitimate, like, actual mistakes or typos. I'm just talking about that, like, next level down where something, like the difference between all right as 1 word, A-L-R-I-G-H-T, versus all right as 2 separate words. This is another thing that broke my brain not that long ago. Technically, the one word version is not correct, not even as like an informal version. It's just wrong, but everybody does it. At least a lot of people I know do it. So it's like, is that something that would make you look less favorably on that writer, or make you think this writer doesn't know what they're doing if they use that like less standard, informal, incorrect version? There's all these grammar rules that most of us learn in high school and then immediately forget. So would you even recognize some of these things when you're reading a novel? My instinct is no, the average reader doesn't. So I'm just always torn over how much do I break my brain over trying to make all of this as technically perfect as possible. How much time do I invest in this? Like, I'm always willing to learn. And so it's like, if there's something useful, you know, I'm trying to like learn grammar as I go and not make the same mistakes. Like, I now spell all right as 2 separate words. So, you know, I am learning, and I am trying to make my writing more technically and grammatically correct and perfect. But yeah, I always keep coming back to that feeling of, I feel like the average reader doesn't notice and wouldn't care even if they did. So I'd really like to know if you're like me or not. What are your thoughts? Because I'm just getting tired of making myself crazy over this, to be honest. I really am. I don't know. It's weird. It's very, very weird. Because like I do, you know, even when I teach writing, like as a writing instructor, I don't teach grammar. We go over grammar. I will correct it if like something isn't quite standard for professional writing. But like, this is something that my students and I talk about, like the importance of grammar and knowing your audience. And grammar is more important for some audiences than it is for others. Like, some audiences are more willing to forgive certain errors. But I just feel like within some of these writing communities, they are sticklers for grammar. And so there are people in some of these groups where any kind of mistake, anything that doesn't like follow standard grammar rules to the letter, is seen as a deficiency. And when I read fiction, I'm not paying that much attention. I'm paying attention, like if I'm noticing your grammar, your story isn't good enough. If I'm so not invested in the story that I'm spotting, few too many adverbs here, or the ellipsis is formatted wrong. Who even noticed? Like, you can tell I'm really bent out of shape about that. But like, if your story is good enough, unless it's like a misspelled word or a comma that's in a noticeably wrong place, or you know, something that disrupts the flow of something, or a missing quotation mark so I can't tell where the dialogue ends, like unless it's like a blatant mistake like that, I'm not noticing split infinitives or any of those other kind of grammar rules. So that's kind of my perspective. If I'm noticing your grammar, that kind of is a sign that your story probably isn't good enough. So I don't know, but maybe that's just me. I'd love to know if I've got any grammar sticklers in my audience. I have a feeling there are probably some, but not that many. But I don't know. So let me know. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling about grammar, but this was something I did want to kind of mention in a vlog, because it's just one of those things that I just find kind of amusing in all of this whole self-publishing malarkey. So yeah, I'm gonna do my journal really quick and then go sit down, watch some YouTube, relax, chill out, make some dinner, try to go to sleep early tonight, and then tomorrow will be Whole Foods and reading. I need to finish reading Recipe for Persuasion this weekend, because my library loan ends on Monday, so that does need to get finished this weekend. And then I need to pick another novel to start reading this weekend. So I will think about that this evening, and I will check with you guys sometime tomorrow. And this concludes our thoughts about grammar with Andrea. Mom and I are done at Whole Foods. Hi. I feel so red after wearing that mask. It was warm in there.
Yeah.
Say hi to the vlog.
Hi vlog.
Hi vlog.
I should say hi people.
Hi people.
Andrea's wonderful people who follow her vlog.
Aww. There's 1,800 of them now.
Wow, that's awesome.
So thank you guys for that.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that. Lots of lovely, wonderful people watching the vlogs now. So yeah, we're just on our way back to my place. Mom's gonna drop me off. And now we're just navigating getting out of the Whole Foods parking lot, which is always a trick.
The grocery pickup spots.
There's an electric Jaguar now.
Oh my goodness. Well,
I bet that costs a flippin' fortune though.
yeah, you can buy me that for my birthday.
Okay, I've only got what, 4 months to save up for it?
It'd be a great 65th birthday.
Yeah, it would, but if I could afford to buy you a Jaguar, I could definitely afford to buy me a new car. And so I don't think.
Maybe the day your books get optioned for movies, you can do that.
There you go, Netflix, call me.
Maybe it'll be my books that get optioned for movies.
There we go. Yeah, Mom's gonna start writing. Well, she's been writing, but are you okay telling them that you're retiring?
Sure.
Yeah, Mom's retiring. She's counting down the days.
Kidding me. I have
This is the year. This is Mom's year.
9 work weeks to go.
Oh, she really is counting down. It's gonna be here before we know it.
Yeah. It's only 2 months.
Yeah. So, Mom's gonna start writing more often, right?
Yes.
You're gonna Mom's gonna start focusing on the writing. That's what I'm trying to say. She's already been writing, but as I know very well, it's hard writing when you're also working full time.
Or when you're working full time and you have to be in an office. It's different than. Luckily,
Yeah.
you can kind of squeeze it in.
I have a much more flexible schedule. I'm now just gonna go home and take a shower because I feel disgusting after being out in the heat. I will check with you guys later. Okay, it is evening. It's gotten very cloudy outside, which I'm loving. I thought I was going to do some reading this afternoon, and instead I've gotten sucked down a rabbit hole of chateau tour videos on YouTube. Although there've been a couple other chateaus, but then the two channels I've been watching, they each have their own chateau, and one of them, it's like them renovating their chateau, and then this other channel is a mix of her chateau and fixing it up, and then also touring other chateaus. I'm watching one of Castle Tenberg, something like that. I know I'm not pronouncing it right, but it's outside of Bruges, and it is just gorgeous. But like, these two channels are just people who've bought chateaus and are fixing them up, and it's like, idea number one, the pipe dream would be, wouldn't it be nice to buy a chateau somewhere and fix it up? But then the second idea, the more realistic idea, is, wouldn't it be fun to write a story about a character who buys a chateau? So I've got plot ideas running through my head. But yeah, I ended up watching these instead of reading. I will read tomorrow. I will finish Recipe for Persuasion tomorrow. This afternoon, I've just been having too much fun watching these videos. I'm just such an architecture nerd as well as a home interiors person. Like, I love seeing the insides of different homes, and I love seeing how places are decorated, but then I also just love seeing the layouts and like what the insides of some of these old homes and old chateaus and castles look like. I find them fascinating. Hello. Okay, it is now the end of the day. It is just about, yeah, it's just about 7. I need to figure out something for dinner. I finished Recipe for Persuasion by Sonali Dev. It was so good. Even better than Pride and Prejudice and Other Flavors. And I really loved that book. This one did have some more sensitive issues that it dealt with, but I also liked that because I just felt like it made it a little bit deeper, and I felt like it really fleshed out the characters. I loved it so much. I really, really did. I'm now gonna go hang out and relax. If you've enjoyed this vlog, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. All of that great stuff. Say hi to me in the comments. I'm off to go watch some more Chateau videos and dream of a life in the French countryside that I will probably never have, because I will both neither have the money nor the willpower to restore an old chateau. Props to the people who do. It's a nice dream. I don't think it would ever actually work out for me. But yeah, I enjoy the YouTube content around that topic just the same. So I'm gonna go watch some more of those, and I will see you all in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye!